Hi, are you considering a gold IRA rollover and you're looking for a little bit of information? We're going to do a quick overview of a gold IRA rollover, the benefits and the process to see if we can help you answer that question and get the information you're looking for. Gold has been a universal symbol of wealth for civilizations throughout the ages. Investing in gold and other precious metals has been attracting a lot of attention lately, especially as the economy continues to wobble and globally we see structural signs of concern everywhere. The financial crisis, financial panic of 2008 is far from over. Even though the mainstream media tries to focus on the good news, the underlying structures are still quite weak. Investing in gold is one of the most compelling opportunities available to investors who are thinking about the current economic environment and the related growing demand for gold and gold bullion for personal investment accounts, such as rolling over a 401k or setting up a self-directed IRA account to hold gold or other precious metals. Making an investment in physical gold might be confusing to many because there are a lot of companies offering assistance to help you place gold into a 401k or an IRA plan. If you'd like to own gold or silver, it's easy to purchase physical gold and other precious metals, but it's difficult to know who to work with and which companies are most trustworthy. The companies that are evaluated on the website linked to below, simplegoldirarollover.com, are the leading and better known precious metals and gold dealers, and they can help you address any of the concerns that you might have, questions you might have, and help you do a gold IRA rollover. Check the site out, it's worth a visit. If you're new to investing in physical precious metals, it's very helpful to find a company that provides a comprehensive guide for making this sort of investment. You'll see from the information we provide in our reviews that are listed on the site below that you can get an investment guide to help you get started. If you plan to place precious metals such as gold or silver into a 401k or IRA plan, you need to know about the many different rules to follow, and you want to make sure everything is done right. This is not hard to do, and the best companies will guide you through every step. You'll find that investing in gold or other monetary metals is a pretty easy thing to do. Let's look at the topics that we're going to review in this presentation. First is we'll look at the types of metals, then we'll look at why buy precious metals, then the price history, and then a little bit on how to get started with a gold IRA rollover. The types of metals. There are four precious metals to consider: gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Gold is a popular metal and attracts most of the press, but it isn't the only metal out there. The three other major investments are, as we just said, silver, platinum, and palladium. All have risen in price over the past several years as demand has increased around the globe. While many people associate precious metals with jewelry and gold, these metals also have a use in industry. Recently, the emergence of China and India as significant players in the world commerce has contributed to a higher demand for industrial purposes, as well as a huge increase in demand from China and Russia for gold for monetary purposes to back their currency. It appears China is building their gold reserves to perhaps create a gold-backed yuan in the future. Yuan is the currency in China. Gold is a critical element in the electronics industry, and platinum and palladium also have many industrial uses in the medical field and fields as diverse as photo processing, water purification, and fuel cells. But these four metals together are the precious metals that folks use as a store of wealth, and they place into retirement accounts as a long-term store of wealth, especially as they consider economic turmoil and the shaky economic structure that the globe has at this point. Why do we buy precious metals? Well, this is a printout of the money stock showing what the Federal Reserve has done over the last 50 years, starting back in 1960. And you can see that in 2008, the increase in the amount of the money stock became very rapid. It grew, the money stock grew very rapidly from 2008 through present and continues to grow that way. The U.S. government has taken a dramatic action to combat the financial panic of 2008. The Fed has been rapidly growing the money stock, just as is chart shows. The results so far have been mixed, but the effect on the national debt is quite noticeable. And you can see here, this is a picture of the gross public debt. Back in 1940, on this chart, it's almost invisible. Even back in 1980, it was only around $2 trillion. But you can see that in 2008, when the financial crisis the financial panic started, the government intervened in the markets or in the economy and started spending with a lot of fiscal stimulus, and the debt has increased quite rapidly as well. As this money printing goes forward and the debt is increasing, the concern for future inflation is one factor pushing commodity prices higher. These precious metal prices are a way of reflect the underlying concern with the inflation and the increasing debt levels. Holding precious metals is a way of spreading portfolio risk during times of economic upheaval or war. And if you look around the globe, there certainly seem to be many, many places where war is raging. Hopefully the U.S. will be able to stay out of that. But if they're not, then preserving your wealth in a time of war is something that folks have traditionally done using precious metals. And precious metals also are a hedge against inflation that threatens currency values. Let's look at the price history of gold as an example. This goes back to the year 2000, and we can see that the price of gold, which is shown on the right side here, was just under or around just over $200 an ounce. And that stayed fairly stable, but it started to grow. You can see it peaked probably in around 2011, and in 2011 the Fed was printing money wildly, and the Fed also began to enter the commodity markets, the gold markets, to manage the gold price. Gold is a little bit like the canary in the gold mine. One of the concerns is that if the gold price continues to go up, it's sort of an alarm signal in the financial market. So the Fed, recognizing that and the need to build confidence and maintain confidence in the U.S. dollar and the economy, entered the market through their various organizations and arms, and has been actively managing the gold price over the last few years. How much longer that can last is highly debatable. So let's talk about how to get started with a gold IRA rollover. The first thing that you need to do before you start buying gold is to check whether your employer, either existing or former, can facilitate the rollover from the 401k account into an IRA. When the employer allows a rollover, then the next step is really straightforward. All you need to do in that case is begin the investment process right away with the precious metals company of your choice. However, if the employer restricts this type of rollover, then one option available to you is to cash out a 401k and set up a new investment account to hold the precious metals. If you choose this route, you may have to pay additional taxes. Cashing out a 401k should be the last option that you consider for making the investment in precious metals. The IRS might assume that you have done a cash withdrawal from a 401k and you could be taxed on the total amount. So that certainly is an option you want to avoid if you can. If you set up a self-directed IRA, after setting up the new account, the next thing you need to do is transfer money to the IRA custodian. And it's important to select a custodian before you start the investment process. You want to choose a custodian in advance so that you're able to transfer the monies within the stipulated time frame. There's about a 60-day window if you're moving money from one retirement account to another. Once you finish funding the precious metals account, you need to choose the types of physical gold or other precious metals you intend to invest. Your gold IRA account might limit you to investments in specific types of precious metals, certain types of bullion coins, or other sorts of other forms of precious metals. If you have any questions about any of the steps involved, it's advisable to talk with a gold company specialist who are there to assist you in understanding the options and to help you make the right choices. The website listed below, simplegoldIRARollover.com, lists many of the better known and higher quality precious metal dealers and groups that can help you set up and roll over an IRA account. Check out the website. You'll see all the companies there, plenty of information there with guides and contact numbers and websites that you can look over and evaluate to pick the right company for you. When you select a gold company, it's important to make sure the company has maintained an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and certainly a AAA rating from the Business Consumer Alliance. All of those are listed on the website that's linked to below, or whose URL is shown below. The company also should have a 5-star customer service rating from Trustmark. Customer care professionals from an excellent company are invariably polite and attentive, and they respond to your inquiries. When you're considering a gold IRA rollover, you want somebody who can be very helpful, who does quality work, fair prices. They've been rated highly by other customers who have used them. That's certainly one way to find out what's going on. So the website you see listed at the bottom here, Simple Gold IRA Rollover, lists all those companies that are better known, the higher quality ones that can help you purchase precious metals, set up an IRA account, and assist you with the paperwork to do a rollover effectively. So when you're considering an IRA rollover, give that site a look. We think it can be much help to you in getting the right company chosen so that you make the right decision and have the best experience with your gold IRA rollover. Check it out.